Good morning, dear students. This is the third chapter of English class 6th. It is a poem, The Daffodils. This poem is written by William Wordsworth. So I want to discuss about the poet. Let's start. William Wordsworth was one of the greatest English poets. He was born in the Lake District of England, an area of great beauty. Wordsworth's treatment of nature is chief glory as a poet. He spent a great amount of the time on walks in the countryside, and he used his keen sense of observation to take note of all that he saw around him. He got much joy out of nature. So, dear students, this poem is a beautiful poem written by William Wordsworth. It's based on nature. Let's start the first stanza of this poem. In this stanza, the poet says, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering the dancing in the breeze. In this stanza, the poet explains that he was wandering and floating alone over valleys and hills as a cloud. He saw a crowd and a host of golden daffodils there. The poet says that the daffodils were fluttering and dancing in the cold breeze near the lake and under the trees. Dear student, in this stanza, the poet explains the beauty of nature. When he was wandering and floating on the valleys and hills, he saw a crowd of daffodils there. You can see in your book the daffodils flowers. It is a type of flower. Okay, now start the second stanza. Continues as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. In this stanza, the poet explains that with the comparison between daffodils along the lake and stars in the Milky Way, the poet says that daffodils stretched in never ending line along the margin of a bay. The bay here refers to the lake. According to the poet, the daffodils which covered the shore of the lake seemed to be unending like the stars in the sky and like them the stars of Milky Way. They were too twinkling. The poet says that he saw a large number of daffodils which he could not count. The word head here refers to the top flower part of the plant. The daffodils were thus moving their heads, flowers in a rhythm. So, dear students, these are the first and second stanza of this poem. Rest of the stanza of this poem will be discussed in next video. Thank you very much.